Okay, so we're going to do another Chinese knockoffs here, and this time it's coming from Cool Baby. Now usually Cool Baby's products are pretty good, so fingers crossed this one is also going to be good. As you can see straight away, it looks like a Game Boy. And it does say it's 8-bit with a 2.5 inch LCD screen. But is it a Game Boy? Sadly not. So taking a look at the back of the box, we've got absolutely nothing. On the sides we've got some information here. As you can see, we can get the unit in different colors: red, black, blue or classic white. And on the other side we've got some specification details right there. So if you want to read those, why don't you pause the video? So what do you get in the box? Well, let's take a look. First of all, we get the instruction manual. Here it is in Chinese this side, and if we open it up, we can see we have English on that side too. Nothing too impressive really. We also get a micro USB cable. And of course a lithium ion battery, which is actually inside the machine right this moment. And getting the back of this thing is nigh impossible. Oh, bloody hell. Well, you're just gonna have to trust me, the lithium ion battery is in here. So here is the actual unit. And as you can see, it looks like a Game Boy. In fact, it is actually very, very small. If we get the tape measure out, you can see it's only 10 centimeters in length and it's only 7 centimeters across. And the screen is actually about 6 centimeters in diameter. Now obviously you know what this is going to be. It's going to be a Famicom clone. But before we switch it on, let's take a look at the little features. So we've got a D-pad here, which is pretty nasty. We've got a reset switch. We've got our A and B buttons and turbo versions of those buttons. And we've also got a start and select right here. The speaker is down here in the corner, as you'd expect, and it's pretty loud. On top of the machine, we've got a power button to switch it on and off. And on the bottom of the machine, we have the mini USB in and what looks like one of those analog TV out sockets. Unfortunately, this doesn't come with an analog TV out cable, so I can't test it. When connecting this machine to a PC to charge the battery, it doesn't come up as anything. Basically, Windows says it's an unrecognized device. So you can't actually put new ROMs onto this. And on the side of the machine here, we've got the volume button for the sound. So what I'm going to do now is change over the lenses to the macro lens, and let's get a good close-up of that screen. And as usual, we get that mighty Final Fight tune. They love sticking that onto these clones. And let me just give you an idea of how loud this thing goes. That's pretty loud. Now, even though this has the typical mighty Final Fight theme tune on it, it does actually have different games on it. But for a start, we've got Jackal. And this is kind of unusual to see this on these multi-carts. Use the turbo buttons here. Yeah, no need to keep pressing it. Oh, that's me dead. To change the games is very simple. We just press this reset button here. Unfortunately, it goes back to that menu, so you've got to change that again. Now surprisingly, there are quite a lot of Konami games on here. Ooh, you can see my horrible fingernails. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. Let me move them out the way a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll show you the actual screen contrast. It's pretty good. It's going to go a bit out of focus here, but yeah, you can see it still when you view it from the sides. The color does get washed out a little bit though, and from the bottom side it stays pretty much in a good viewing angle, even from the top side as well. So this does have a pretty nice little screen on it. Look, we even got Gradius on here. Now from playing Gradius, I noticed that the sound on this device is not right. So of course it uses a SNES on a chip, and it's using one with the typical fault on the audio. I'm sure this channel's missing, or at least it seems like this channel's missing from playing this game. Now to me that seems to be missing audio channels. Okay, let's try out a few of the other games. Well, not try them out, let's show you what other games are on this device. That Super Mario Brothers there is actually Super Mario Brothers 3. We've got loads of hot-blooded family games. This is an interesting one. It's by Taito. This is Panic Restaurant. Can't say I've seen this one before. Yeah, you know, it's your typical platformer game. Now you may see lots of scratches on the screen, especially around here. They're not actually on the screen. They're on the plastic protective cover, which is covering the screen. And I'm afraid I won't be taking that off because, as usual, I've got to sell this on to fund. Oops, I'm dead. To fund the next Chinese knockoffs device. I think as far as the actual graphics go, this thing works pretty well. It's just the sound is off. Or at least I think it's off. Seems to be channels missing. So quickly let's go through some of the other games on here. So we've got Rockman 3, Rockman 5, they do work. But the typical Ninja Turtles games, you've got your Double Dragons, Chip and Dale, Ninja Cat. That's actually quite interesting, that one. Got your Ninja Gaiden, your Tiny Toons in there, you've got some Batman. Tetris, unfortunately, is not the Tetris we all love. This is some crappy Tetris. Yeah, that is not the Tetris we all love. But then again, this is not the Game Boy, is it? I keep thinking it is. Okay, let's get rid of that. Darkwing Duck, we've got some pretty nice ones. Banana Prince is pretty good. This is an interesting game here. I'm sure you've seen this a million times. Basically, you control some sort of demonic Japanese demon mask and you go around blowing the crap out of everything. Very interesting. Look at all the little people falling to the death. Oh man. You may also be seeing some interference on the screen due to the video recording. I can assure you that in real life there is no interference at all on the screen. It is very clear. Some nice titles there. Goonies is a favourite. Snow Brothers, another favourite there. Heavy Barrel, nice game. Street Fighter is actually that Street Fighter 2010, the Final Fight one. Legend of Kage, that's nice. Roller games, maybe some people like that. Mighty Final Fight, of course, is on there. Mortal Kombat 4 is just some crappy hacked game. Actually, you probably want to see that, don't you? So let's put that on. Was that the Superman theme? Who have I gone there? I can't see. Oh, Sonia. Another thing that you may be wondering is, can you actually save data on this machine? Well, I'm afraid not. And it's kind of weird because Dragon Quest is on here, which is kind of pointless unless it uses a password system. This machine cannot save your battery backup games at all, and there's no save states. Basically, you just play the game and that's it. That's awful. Like, most of the games on here are original games. There's not much in the way of hacks. Although I did see one interesting hack, which was Harry's Legend, which is down here. It's basically an action game starring Harry Potter. It's got a Chinese title screen. Let's start on the island. I wonder if it's Adventure Island. Oh, well, that's me dead. Bloody dolphin. Ow, all of the bollocks. I'm gonna jump over there. Yep, there we go. Ah, that's enough of that. So there we have it. The mini Game Boy looking NES clone from Cool Baby. Now, considering this thing only cost $15 or $16, as you can see there, when I bought it, yes, it was pretty cheap. I think it's definitely worth the price. The build quality is fairly rugged. The emulation is not perfect, as you'd expect, but for $15 or $16, you can't really go too far wrong with this. It's got a great screen in it. Maybe you can use that for modding in the future. But yeah, it's a nice, cheap, little happy device. Recommended.